What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today I am incredibly excited. It's that time of year, apparently, because we did it last year. We're doing it again this year. A world-exclusive first ever look at a brand new One Piece TCG card. Shout out to the lovely folks over at PSA for letting me do the reveal. We've got an alternate art of Boa Hancock from OP07, the leader, and it is beautiful, ladies and gentlemen. It is beautiful. So settle in, grab yourselves a nice cold beverage, and I'm going to explain why this card is so cool, why you need it, and how you can go about getting it. Now, you'll notice the artwork here. It is very much 7 Warlords of the Sea based. We got Dracula Mihawk. We've got Don Quixote do Flamingo. We've got Gecko Moria. We've got Bartholomew Kuma. And we've got, obviously, Boa Hancock. Now, some of you, like me, are going to look at this and go, wassy, wassy, wassy. I can count to 7. This isn't 7. This is 5. Yes. It is 5 of the 7 Warlords of the Sea. I did ask this question to PSA, and the answer is exactly what I assumed it would have been. It's not even like we've got a standard 7 Warlords of the Sea. The lineup changes all throughout the story of the manga, the anime. So rather than try and pick 7 of them and worry about, just make a cool piece of art with 5 of them on there, and you look at the ones they've picked. Don Quixote do Flamingo, Dracula Mihawk, Gecko Moria, Bartholomew Kuma. These are very popular characters, so rather than try and get a canonically accurate 7 Warlords of the Sea from this particular period and crown, no! Just make cool artwork with popular Warlords of the Sea. Personally, I think this is an excellent idea. This card looks amazing. And essentially what PSA have gone and done is what they did last year with the Luffy card, where they've just gone, what's a really cool leader? Let's make some really cool new artwork about this. And it is very much as a style thing going on of lots of characters. Last time was the whole Straw Hat crew on one card. This time round, they've got 5 of them. We've never had these 5 characters all appearing together on a leader card, and now we actually do. Make no mistake about it, this is a Boa Hancock card, but we've got a bunch of other 7 Warlords of the Sea characters joining in as well. It looks amazing, but as I've said, we're not talking a brand new mechanically unique card here. It's a great card. It's a card I like very much indeed. Yes, obviously, the first question I asked PSA was, can you send me one of those? And then the second question was, can you also send me a graded one? Because apparently the longer I do this, the cheekier I get. But this is not a mechanically unique card. It is an alternate art of the Boa Hancock leader from OP07, which of course did have an alternate art in OP07. It's the OP04 style, which is to say, the leader with their crew behind them. And now that I've shown you this artwork, has everyone else remembered that Boa Hancock and her sisters, that there's very much a snake vibe going on here? Remember, Boa Hancock is the leader of the Kuja Pirates, which literally translates to 9 Snake Pirates. What year is 2025 again? Oh yeah, Year of the Snake. Was that a deliberate choice from Bandai and PSA? Is it a nice coincidence? I'm going to let you decide what you want to believe. But either way, this is a cool card. I actually think this is the best artwork of the 3, and I don't even think it's that close. I adore this, and I really love that when Bandai and PSA are doing these cards, they are going out of their way to give us phenomenal artwork and really making these cards special. We're not getting, oh yeah, here's a new card, we've just thrown something together. They are really going out of their way to make special cards with real collages of characters, and I, for one, am all in favour of it. So, how do we go about getting this card? Well, you can probably figure it out, honestly. Same way we got the Luffy. You have to subscribe to the PSA Magazine. But I want you all to listen to this next bit very, very carefully, because, and I mean this literally, a couple thousand people got it wrong last time. There are 2 versions of the PSA Magazine. One is TCG and Culture, and one is Sports. Obviously, This is the TCG and Pop Culture magazine. Don't subscribe to the sports version of the magazine to get this card. You want to subscribe to the sports version of the magazine, you go right ahead. But don't do it to get the Boa Hancock card. It's not going to work. Although, let me be perfectly clear. When I say subscribe to the magazine, what I'm really talking about here is the Collectors Club. You get a bunch of benefits for joining the Collectors Club. It's not just the magazine. The magazine is one of the perks. Obviously, for the purpose of this video, where we're talking specifically about this new Boa Hancock promo, you're getting that with the magazine, which is one of the perks of the Collectors Club. But I think this might be a little bit confusing if I don't make it clear, so let me make it clear now. Don't actually subscribe to the magazine. Join the Collectors Club, one of the perks of which is the magazine, and that will get you the promo. And oh look, there's a link in the description that you can follow, and then you'll go to sign up. Oh, I've made it so easy for you. And also, if you use the link in the description, PSA will love me a bit more, and maybe I get to do more cool things like this. Now, this is coming in the March issue of the magazine, and your deadline for subscribing is the end of January. Don't wait till February, don't wait till March, you'll be too late. Make sure you're subscribed by the end of January if you want to subscribe and get this card. Although, as always, if you know you're going to be doing it, sooner rather than later is probably not terrible advice. But end of January is when you need to be ordering this buy. But that is very important. It is pop culture and TCG, not sports. And here's the thing. A year ago with this Luffy card, PSA told us this card is not going to appear anywhere else. This is an exclusive card. And obviously there's a bunch of people that were like, well, you know, it's going to be released in Japan or some other territory. No! It appeared nowhere. We literally did not see this PSA Luffy appearing anywhere else at any time. There is no Japanese version of the Luffy, there's no Korean version of the Luffy, there's no Chinese version of the Luffy. These are other languages in which the One Piece TCG has been published when the Luffy card was around. Those versions never got this artwork of the Luffy. It remained a card which only ever was available in English by subscribing to the PSA magazine. So this year, when I tell you that you have to subscribe to the magazine to get this card, and it really isn't going to be released elsewhere, I think you can all take me at my word on this one. We've seen last year's magazine, we've seen last year's promo, and it did remain an exclusive card. I think we can all assume that's going to be the case again here. And remember, this is not an essential card. No one is going to be at a competitive disadvantage by not having this card. It is an alternate art of an existing card. But it is exceptionally cool, and it is going to look great in your collection. But is the card actually any good? Because we have mountains of information now where we can actually have a look and see what the best decks around are. And right now, in the current metagame, it's not great. According to Limitless TCG, in the pre-OP9 meta, we saw Hancock as the 13th best deck with 0.4% of the meta. There is actually a blue 7 Warlords of the Sea deck, which is great right now. But that is, of course, Don Quixote do Flamingo. That is a really good blue deck right now. Here's the thing, though. That wasn't always the case. And Doflamingo is a great example of this kind of thing. Because let's take like one step back. Let's take a step back to the OP08 meta, where you'll notice Doflamingo was less than 1% of the metagame. And then we got the blue Doflamingo starter deck, which all of a sudden made it so much better. Doflamingo's got a bunch of new support. That deck's become amazing. What lesson am I trying to teach you here? Any deck can go from borderline deck to top tier deck with just a few new cards released. I'm not saying that's going to happen to Boa Hancock. I don't know. But I'm absolutely saying it could happen for Hancock. And that's why I want to make sure I've got all these fancy leaders. Because if Hancock ever becomes great, I am going to be prepared. Now remember, we went through this last year, but I'm going to say it again. It's open worldwide. The PSA Magazine can be ordered from anywhere in the world and will be shipped to anywhere. So We're not looking at this going, oh, I'm not in the... No, you're fine. We had a lot of questions last year, and it turned out it wasn't an issue. Anyone could get it. You don't need this card. It's a beautiful card. If you want it, it is going to be made available through the PSA Magazine. And I love this. I love that PSA are doing this. I love that Bandai are doing this. Because PSA don't need to do this. Bandai don't need to do this. But we've got this amazing new card with genuinely phenomenal artwork, which exists because PSA want to do a cool thing. And as One Piece fans, we now get to benefit from this. And this is 2 years in a row now. Is there going to be one next year? I don't know. But I'm crossing my fingers, ladies and gentlemen. I am crossing my fingers that it happens again next year. For now, just a massive shout out to PSA for letting me reveal this. I adore this. Being able to reveal a card literally for the first time is fantastic. And given that I love One Piece and the One Piece card game, oh, this is just fun to be able to do. So shout out to PSA for letting me do this again. For now, remember the key points here. It is the Pop Culture and TCG magazine. You need to make sure you've subscribed by the end of January, and then you will go and get yourself the card, and it is open worldwide. There we go. That's what you need to know. And now it's over to you guys. Tell me if you think this card is as cool as I think it is. Tell me your thoughts, your feelings, your opinions. Drop me a deck list for Boa Hancock in the comments so I can start breaking this deck wide open. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a whole bunch of other card games. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.